everyone, welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's Daily Brief Recap. Actually today is Monday, so we had a fun broiler chicken show yesterday. If you missed it, then you probably missed our little flash 24-hour raffle announcement. And if you're watching this now and you missed that, then you're like, oh man, I totally missed out, man. Yeah, sorry. But I was on vacation there a week or so ago. And we got a new school term coming up. So I like to reward people that actively watch this channel and are active participants. And so I was like, how are we going to get a raffle in? I don't know, let's do a 24-hour flash raffle. And if you happen to be an active participant, then you might just get yourself a nice free seat in our school and be rewarded for being active. The only problem with that is, gee whiz, there's a hell of a lot of you who signed up. Look how full that list is. So I was actually expecting only maybe like a half a dozen people. So it turns out a few of you were interested in paying attention. So I think what we'll do is just a quick little rant about what's going on. We'll finish off with the raffle spin. And then we'll put the raffle winner in the comments. And I think also we have emails and stuff. So maybe we'll send out an email to you too. So. Okay, so once upon a time in a land far, far away. Actually, today we had our CTO, Sjord, on the call, and he was saying that actually he just pressed the engine a little too hard, and unfortunately he broke his toy. So that's what was going on. He said it should be up and running the next day or two. So he had added a couple very sort of data-intensive studies, finding M's and W's and things like MACDs and counting how many days ago they happened. And it was just a little too overwhelming for the system. But if anything, it's probably best that we get all this stuff out of the way now before we really start shilling this hard to the public. So I'm not going to really comment too much about dashboard. We'll just keep this conversation relatively simple, limit it to our little matrix here. Fed Chairman Powell is going to be speaking here today in about 2 hours or so. So it didn't really surprise me. You can kind of see everybody and everything sort of like, we're all just sort of sitting here going, okay, who's going to blink first? U.S. dollar index coming off a little bit from the smart rally through Friday. And, of course, if we tick up through these highs, that'll confirm a nice fractal there. If anything, it's probably better that you have a down day. So now if we do tick up through there, that becomes a big old 5-bar fractal. Reload zone. There's still this gap down below, though. So I don't know whether this is really the bottom. And the old adage is sell in May and walk away. So, if this sort of plays itself out over the course of the next, say, 4 to 6 weeks, that we ultimately fill the gap in, we bottom, we turn back up, all that kind of stuff, that wouldn't surprise me. Oil, enjoying a bit of a bid here today. Kind of an inflection point. And if the whole sort of talk about, well, commodity prices are reflating here because the U.S. dollar is being so diluted, I could see oil work its way higher. Stock, same sort of thing, but again, the trade is, like with oil, it's buy your unleaded the middle of February, sell it the middle of May. You made money 9 out of the past 10 years. Well, I hate to say it, folks, we are now comfortably into the month of May. So, we just have to simply acknowledge that the easy peasy part of the market is behind us now. And really, the next 6 months or so, it's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of chop, all that kind of fun stuff. There's probably money to be made, but it's not as easy. You're just coming in at the end of October, beginning of November. Get your shopping list all ready. Start accumulating through that tax loss selling season. And over the past 4 or 5 months, I mean, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. It's so easy. But we're leaving the easy window. Sell in May and walk away. Usually the market likes to bottom sometime middle of June or so. Usually there's a floor put into that July 4th holiday weekend. Come back from the July 4th holiday weekend, we go into summer trading. And if there is any sort of summer rallies to be had, that's usually when they happen. And of course, the little crypto altcoin market, they love that time of year. So if anything, what I've been suggesting to people is if there is any material weakness over the next, say, 4 to 6 weeks, consider that a buying opportunity. And set yourself up for this summer silly season. Because I got a funny feeling in crypto, it's going to be like 6 months of just ridiculousness over the next little while. So you might as well take advantage of it. Can you become a millionaire? I was joking with the community here today. I mean, I don't know where they're taking Doge, but I'm on record now. If they do take Doge to over, I think I said $2 is sort of my, oh, Brian, you really put your foot into it now. But if they can take Doge up above $2, I'm going to officially change my name. And actually, I'm going to be a female too, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. But I think the name is Sedona. I have to change my name too. So, oh, goodness. I suppose that's not as bad as having to eat penises, but hey. I don't even think people who said that they would eat penises would. So take it, Doge, up to top, and maybe I can become like an internet meme. The guy actually changed his name to a girl's name. Oh, well. Where the hell's the damn Doge symbol? It's on here somewhere. Doge, there we are. So it's 40 cents right now. My thinking is I think that they're going to pump it. And I wouldn't be surprised if they can pump it all the way up here into like a buck and a half. I don't know whether they can do it on this go round. I could see that happen into the end of the year. Maybe not right now. What I think's going to happen here just over the short term is notice that this move here was to new highs. And then we had to actually consolidate for a couple months. That's kind of what I think needs to happen here. So we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. Haven't broken it to new highs yet, but I would imagine on that break to new highs, there's going to be a bit of a push here. You can see we're up into foggy levels anyway. And the next big foggy level looks to be maybe, what's that, 75 cents kind of idea? It's not a stretch. There's a buck right up top there. Like I said, I mean, if all hell breaks loose and they do just go for it here, I stand to do very, very well on a move up top there. And like I said, so well that I'll do crazy things like change my name to a woman's name. What the hell? Why not? Doge's dog money is official currency. Why can't a man have a woman's name? Why not? Is that sexist or something? I don't know. I'm probably painting myself into a horrible corner here, but let's have some fun. As you can see, there's a fair amount of green on this screen here. So, and, hats off to people like Kevin, who was a big fan of Russian interneting. And you can see Russian interneting is doing very, very well here. And ironically enough, this position, I haven't even traded this position through this cycle. All of my coins that I got in this thing were all back here. And now this silly position, a whole bunch of free coins, I think right now it's worth about $15,000, $20,000. And it's in my garbage account over on Trax. So go figure. And honestly, I think that's what this whole damn market's going to do here. into the end of the year, one by one by one. These things are all. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the little crap that you thought was absolute garbage and that Tone Vase told you would never perform, I wouldn't be surprised if most of it's actually trading at new highs before the end of this crazy cycle. So what's so funny about Trex, crazy accounting, is they don't even publish my purchase prices for these things anymore, that last cycle. But yeah, the Waves positions now is about $16,000. And this is just the free coins. Let's see if I can even show you. These are the free coins from, let's see, Trex. Back here. So exactly what I tell all of you guys here to do this cycle, well, back here, and you can't even see it, but we traded this and made just fantastic money on that run-up. And then with whatever we had left free on the books, well, we just let it sit there and do nothing, and it's worth 16 fucking grand now. So go figure. Anyway, that's and what letter of the alphabet do you see there? I mean, do you see M's? I don't see any M's. I see a hell of a lot of W's. And what's really cool about this one, Kevin should be exceedingly pleased when I do something like this, is this technically is actually a very bullish setup that we follow on the site called the LJ, where you want to wait, and really you might even argue down in here. There's a bunch of them here. But you want to wait for a significant trend line to be traded to and then broken, and then you just want to get in there and buy the W's following the breakout. And like I said, I mean, call me crazy. Kevin will love this. But, and actually, I don't even know how much do you have much of this left on the books, or is it just like a little piddly amount, Kevin? I don't know. Are you here? But believe it or not.
I got a good amount.
All right, there you go. He's got a good amount. Believe it or not, I call me crazy, but that is not unrealistic in this kind of environment. I mean, you saw Bitcoin go from like 3 G's up to 50, 60 G's. Why can't this do it too? It's the same move. It's just a different asset. So, I mean, this is the kind of environment we're in. I'm telling you, this, you take Doge dog money up to those levels. My account that I started with $500, this is going to be in the millions easily. If it is and I get to retire, I'll be more than happy to be called a women's name. But they'll have to say, would you like that Sedona Sir? And if they don't say Sedona Sir, then you're fired. You're out of there. Oh, well. I mean, there's just so many of these that are popping off here. It was funny. I was watching a video over the weekend by one of these late night comic guys, and he was making fun of this EOS story because they came to market and it was like $1.5 billion or something when they came to market. But I mean, hopefully, all of you should look at this and go, well, if I was a risk taker, and I found it fascinating, right, that I think it was John Oliver, one of those guys, he was making fun of this guy and stuff, but, I look at this asset right now and I go, don't make fun of this guy because, man, this guy might just become stinking. Again, if we use that same sort of thinking about waves, I don't see any reason why this can't go boobity-boop, boobity-shnoop. And, off of a regular chart, you go, that's crazy. But off a log chart, that's not really that big of a growth rate. That's just up into here. I mean, what is that? $6 up to $100? It wouldn't surprise me. And, of course, good old Brian, he loves his W's, and look at all these W's. WWW by the WWW, right? So, I've said this before, but this is the market. It's all these crazy altcoins and just going nuts here. So, have some. Look at this NMR. I think that one I'm getting pretty close. Oh, actually, gotta wait for it to break to new highs, I guess. I think I got some for sale up top there. I remember people were trading this Algorand, trading bullish bots off of this. Great example, Maybe you buy this level. Like if we go, probably the bot looks something like boo-ba-da-boo. Boom. And then go boom. And then go boom. And then go boom, and there's your bot. Right? Pretty straightforward stuff. And this is the reason why I like working with these setups that have just a ton of lows, because what ends up happening, I took one actually recently, and they went after all of these stops. Jerks. But a lot of times, right, there's one key low, maybe another one there, another one there, another one there. So if I have my stop down below here, and let's say I buy this big W, maybe somewhere in there, the Wyckoff check, whatever, the bot level. You can see, oh, that looks so smart. Now, this one, move stop to scratch. You might have just gotten blown out on them pull back here. You might have held in. You might have said, well, look at, get blown out at scratch, but in comes another new sort of fractal bottom. So I'm going to get back in. Now 1 low, 2 lows, 3 lows. Okay, well, I'm still good. Got those lows, and away we go. So, I don't know. It's a tough one on that one. But point of the matter here is I could very, very easily see this thing back up top here. Also noticed, things like, obviously Ethereum is just rocking and rolling. Actually, we had a great presentation by TRI CTO Sjord. And he's all jazzed, of course, about Luna, and they're doing hackathons and all that kind of fun stuff. So, it's this sort of, I might argue that when Ethereum is in this kind of market state and ripping and roaring, this is all about sort of the actual development and evolution of the crypto space. So all of the other sort of development and sort of ecosystems and stuff, they're all coming to life and doing their wonderful things. And as long as this guy's pointing up, making new highs, I don't see any stop in any of this. And this thing's still got quite a bit of room to go to the upside here. Unfortunately, guys, I know it kills you, but I can't justify being a buyer of this asset here. And actually, somebody had even pointed out and actually picked out the names and stuff that I was touting. That, if you wanted to buy Ethereum, you can see the big honking, this is like monthly W's. And I remember we did like shows back a couple years ago with other sort of social influencers and said, this was the time to get into this thing. And 50% bounces got you free positions pretty easily. In fact, these lows are 100 and this high here is 300, so you could have easily banged off, half on a double, blah, blah, blah. Can't really justify coming in on the buy side there. You're too late, and you missed the bull market. It's that simple. Sucks. I know a lot of people are like, no way, man, I'm gonna go in, but you're taking a hell of a lot of risk here. You don't know what's gonna happen. So, there's your backdrop. I would suppose at some point Bitcoin's going to be like, enough is enough, you crazy kids. I want to party too. I noticed that Litecoin, he's catching a nice bid here. Really outperforming Bitcoin on the day. Another great proxy of that shitcoin market. And there's our good old Bitcoin, just sort of stuck in its trading range with a very, very poor momentum reading. We rallied up into sort of resistance zones if we look at the daily charts. So I don't think it really should surprise us that we're sort of stalling out where we are. And I think we could probably move a bit higher. But I've said this before, I don't think this is Bitcoin's market. And I do find it interesting that, old men yell at crypto. Warren Buffett and his buddy Munger were interviewed over the weekend, and they had very, very negative opinions. But what's fascinating, right, is they hate Bitcoin. It's rat poison. Well, what about Ethereum? Oh, I hate that too. Can you tell me the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum? No, they're all rat poison. So it clearly is. I've made the argument that crypto and Bitcoin stole a lot of the purchasing power from the gold market. Munger publicly touted that he bought a big gold stock and it's done nothing since he bought it. And I think that's half the reason why he's all pissed off at Bitcoin. So all I'm going to say here is it's the same message as has been of late. I think Bitcoin's in a range. It is definitely altcoin sexy sex. They all seem to have their sort of day in the sun. And Bitcoin loves to do this as big run up and then goes into like a consolidation modes. And while it's going through its consolidation mode, I've just found over the years that's when these altcoins really come to life. Once these altcoins have all been bid up and you look at the charts and you start getting vertigo, that's when you have to start getting worried, because then any kind of weakness in Bitcoin and all hell could break loose here. I don't think we're there. These don't look really nosebleedy yet, but they're getting there. This is one, for example, I took a bot setup where this one, you can see the bot got tripped up, bastards. Jerks. But, I also did a Nanny Nibbles little old lady trade on this thing at the same time. So two completely different strategies. That doesn't look nosebleedy. That to me looks like, I hate to say it, like I was showing you on the waves and the other one. This thing looks like it could be A, B, C, D to take us way up top here. Then when we are way up top there, that's when Brian's like, oh, Jesus, now you can't come in and buy these things. So, there's your market. As I said, we got a Fed speaker here in the next hour or so. So, generally speaking, the market itself is kind of like malaise. With crypto catching a fairly nice bid here. Yeah, I think that's about my summary here for you today. Did notice the gold market was perking up there nicely. Maybe we'll talk a little more about that kind of stuff tomorrow. Okay, finish off today. The most important thing here is we had our flash raffle for the Q2 2021 TRI's School for Trader Development. Jeez, how long is this title? We have a raffle. I'm this karma kind of guy. TRI seems to have done very, very well here over the past few years, so thank you. And obviously it's a testament to both the value that we provide and our reputation and your impression of what you get out of TRI. So thank you very much, universe, and all of you YouTubers and tweeters and Facebookers and all that kind of fun stuff. So yesterday, just very quickly, I said that I like returning the favor. I like that karmic message, but unfortunately we're running out of time because the school term starts next week. And David, our marketing guy, already has a whole plan in place. And he was like, all right, Brian, I'll give you tomorrow. Just get the goddamn raffle done. So, as you can see, I put out the appeal for you to sign up and put your name down for a seat in the raffle. I didn't think there was going to be that many people, but as you can see, there is a pretty darn full list here of people. So, without further ado, I think we'll give this thing a spin. Good luck. PMA for the win. We have no vested interest whatsoever in the outcome. Whoever wins, wins. I will say, though, that you probably just saw that somebody by the name of Igor actually put their name down twice here. We weren't able to catch that, but if Igor wins, then unfortunately, I think we have to disqualify you because you can see Igor put his name down twice. Tisk tisk. So that's not fair odds for everybody else. So I doubt Igor's going to win, but if he does, I think I'm going to have to respin because I don't like the fact that there was a duplicate there. Anyway, good luck to everybody. School term starts in about a week and a half if you win. I hope you're damn prepared. We're going to rock your world. And you're going to get one hell of a gift here. If you take advantage of it. So it's up to you. All right. So here we go. I don't really want to do a drum roll. I'll do a minor or a manual one. But then how do I click the mouse button? Right there. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and the winner of our raffle is Tomas Daniel Vida. Congratulations. Ay, ay, Bitcoin. Ay, 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 ay. Any old-timer TRIers will remember that refrain. So, Tomas, congratulations. Way to go. I'm sure we have a corresponding email for you, so we'll send out just a quick hello. If you are watching this video, congratulations. Reach out. Maybe even put a comment on the video. Hey, that's me. I won. And we'll get you set up on the site. All right, everybody. So that was fun. It's about a half hour, so I think we'll probably leave the free offering at that for today. And Thomas, you got some work ahead of you, buddy. I sure hope you know what you're in for. All right, take it easy, everybody. Congratulations, Thomas. Kevin, thank you so much for your assistance. All the best. And I guess we'll see everybody tomorrow. But the only thing left for Brian to say is bye for now. Hi,